This week on the LTU Sports Report, we get into all the fall sports action around campus and get to know some of our student athletes. We've got all the senior night highlights from men's and women's soccer, check out the busy weekend for the women's volleyball team, and men's lacrosse makes their show debut with a season preview. Don't go anywhere because the LTU Sports Report starts right now.
LTU Sports Report is brought to you by Varsity Brands, elevating student experiences in sport, spirit, and achievement. The City of Southfield, the center of it all. Michigan First Credit Union. Snethkamp Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, serving Metro Detroit since 1926. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Stryker. Discover your strengths and follow your passion with us.
What's up, Blue Devil Nation? Thank you for tuning into the LTU Sports Report. We are here inside the brand new, beautiful Freshman Living Center East Hall residence. I'm your host, Gabe O'Neill.
And I'm your host, Kiera Hay. For the past 8 weeks, we've been showing you how the Blue Devils get down on the field and around campus, and this week is no different. The boys travel to the UP to take on Northern Michigan University. Of course, I'm talking about the football team.
That's right, it's a huge game for the boys because they are ready to bounce back from their only loss this season last week against Indiana Wesleyan. So we'll check in later with them in the show and meet one of our top golfers from the men's golf team.
We also have highlights from the men's and women's soccer team, but let's kick things off with the ladies.
On Tuesday the 16th, the ladies soccer team was set to take on the Siena Heights University Saints. The Blue Devils were hoping to pull off an upset and jump up in conference standings with a win in this one. Getting things started with 15 minutes left in the first half is Lauren Wozniak grinding to push the ball upfield, making it all the way to junior Elaine Niebauer, who pulls up in little space and sails it right out of reach of the keeper's hands and scores. She puts the ladies on the board first, and with it, momentum going into halftime. Some more work from Wozniak in the second half, this time off the corner kick. Her cross pass flies to the far side of the net where senior captain Sarah Trapp puts it in the back of the net with an impressive header. She gets her second goal in 2 games and gives the Blue Devils some insurance. Rebecca Alamandas was a wall in net all night, keeping the Siena Heights offense off the scoreboard. Under 10 minutes in the game, the Saints forwards were advancing towards the goal. Alamandas runs out of the box in daring fashion, but comes up with a huge save to keep the shutout alive. She had 11 stops on the night, and the Blue Devils would get the upset over Siena Heights, 2-0 the final score. It was senior night for the ladies in their final home game of the season against Lourdes University. Jordan Messing, Sarah Trapp, and Marie-Ann Torres were all honored before the game by the home crowd for 4 years of hard work and dedication to the women's soccer program. Little first half action in this one, but the Blue Devils were hungry to get things started. Working the ball down the sideline is Elaine Niebauer, who brings it deep into the Grey Wolves territory. She crosses it to the front of the net, and after some hectic bounces, the sophomore Wozniak was able to tap it past the goal line for the score. LTU led 1-0 going into the half. Still 1-0 Blue Devils late in the second half. Lourdes threatening, trying to even the score, and off the throw-in, one of the Grey Wolves forwards takes a deep shot, but is deflected out of bounds by a diving Rebecca Alamandas. She stood her ground all match, resulting in another shutout. The ladies finish off Lourdes University 1-0 the final score, to improve to 4-4-1 in conference play.
These seniors will remember it. You want to leave them with a great memory. You try and use that enthusiasm and just to try and get your team up. I mean, you play a lot of games in a season, and you're always trying to find something different each game to try and lift your team because it's not easy. So that was the motivation today, so I'm delighted for them, especially with 2 of the seniors being defenders, that we got the shutout as well.
It's been an incredible 4 years. I came here in 2015, and ever since then, I've loved all the girls that I've played with. It's been an incredible ride. You know, season's tough, but I have to hand it to all the girls. You know, we've stuck together, and we've pulled through, and these last couple of years, you know, we've done good things. We've made it to playoffs. We've won a lot of games that upset people, so I'm very, very happy about that. And I'm just so grateful and thankful for the experience here.
Looking back at my 4 years, I just think back to some of the best games I've played on this field. Just People ask me what my favorite part is. It's just playing with this team and being with the team. Well, as a freshman, I was actually a walk-on, and then my sophomore year, I became a captain. So like that transition, I did not expect at all. So it's just incredible to see my improvement and then my team's overall improvement. Our recruits, our freshmen this year are 10 times better than the seniors we had our starting year.
But we really needed the win. We really needed those 3 points for ourselves, and needed to give ourselves some distance between us and Lords as well, just to give us a chance of playing postseason. So one step closer, not there yet, but certainly a step closer.
After the break, we show highlights of our men's soccer team who went up against Lords University. We see what's going on around campus, and we meet one of our amazing student athletes. Don't go anywhere.
Southfield truly is the ideal place to live, work, and play.
Well, it's a very exciting time in the city of Southfield. Great neighborhoods, great city services, and Fortune 500 companies. Southfield has something for everyone.
Recognized as Michigan's premier business address, home to world-class educational institutions, voted one of the nation's most livable metro area suburbs.
Southfield is the center of it all.
I ordered 2 large Howie Mauis with butter cheese crust.
Wow, you are one serious breast cancer awareness supporter.
Warrior for love, hope, and pizza. Can't seem to reach my wallet.
Flavor fanatics love us because for every pizza sold in October, a portion goes to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Now get a medium one-topping pizza for $1 when you buy a large one-topping pizza at regular menu price.
Hungry?
Howie's!
FANUC America is the #1 supplier of robots, CNCs, and factory automation. Our certified automation training prepares students for high-tech careers in advanced manufacturing. Manufacturers use automation to maximize productivity. That's why high-paying careers in advanced automation are in demand today. Our CERT program provides manufacturers and educators a STEM-based curriculum centered on robotics and automation training. Contact FANUC to learn more about our certified automation training programs.
It was senior night for the men's soccer team, and being honored were the 2 lone fourth-year players, captains, Chris Serwaka and Santiago Amigo. The 2 men have given so much to the always improving Blue Devils, and they were ready to lead the charge once again, this time in the sleet and rain against Lords University. We jumped to late in the first half, the game locked at 0. Lords offense doing a good job of possessing the ball in the LTU zone. It makes its way to Nitram Sanderos, who fires one towards the goal, and it finds the back of the net as Max Jewett was just seconds late for the save. Second frame now. After a yellow card was given to Lords inside their own 18, it was Serwaka to line up for the penalty kick. His shot would blow past the LU keeper, and he knots the game at 1 with his 7th goal on the year. The Blue Devils were looking for that go-ahead goal to close it out. Nico Rodriguez Bermejo with the ball down the left side. He feeds Serwaka once again, and he goes bar down off a laser shot. The senior had himself a day on senior night with his 2nd goal of the game that would be enough to seal the deal. Lawrence Tech wins 2-1 and improves to 7-2 in WAC play. A huge win on a special night, as well as a very big surprise for Santiago Amigo. Before the game, a message sent to him all the way from Madrid, Spain, courtesy of his family.
Dear Santi, also known as Pitus, because for us you will always be Pitus. We want to tell you that we are very proud of you. You really took advantage of the opportunity that coach and LTU gave you, and that the experience has been very positive for all of us.
It's been hard for us and also for you to be apart and away these years, but we think that the effort was worth it. I think this experience will mark you for life, and we will be happy if you are happy.
I miss you this time, but I know you are doing the best for you. Congrats, you are the best, bro.
I also miss you, I'm very proud of you, and I wish you good luck.
We hope you enjoy and success in sports, academic, and in life. And nothing else. Good luck and see you soon. We love you.
Bye.
Well, I was pretty surprised. I knew something was coming because they asked me what was senior night, so I kind of had my expectations, but they know everything that I've achieve in my life is because of them. They know if I'm here, it's because of them. I will never thank them enough for what they've done. So it was pretty emotional. I had to hold my tears in front of my teammates, but it was very nice for them.
I mean, obviously we still have some more games to play, but you know, when you realize that you're being honored for your 4 years here, you tend to think back at the journey that you've had so far, and we know that it's not done yet, but it's definitely a little emotional, yeah. I mean, just this whole experience, every teammate that I've been able to make friends with, every coach that has come through here, it's been a great experience, and it's an unforgettable 4 years.
My favorite restaurant would be Runza. It's a Nebraska-based restaurant, so if anybody's ever been there and had one, you know. My favorite superhero would be Superman. He's the greatest. He's got a big old ass. He's got a cape. Capes are pretty cool. I'd say I'd want to go one-on-one with Tiger Woods just to see his greatness up close. He'd probably crush me for sure, but it'd be pretty cool to watch. My favorite old school jam would probably be Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. My parents grew up listening to them a lot, so I listened to them a bunch and big fan of them.
It's time now to look inside Lawrence Technological University. LTU recently partnered with Southfield Public Schools in a big way. LTU will give out $3.5 million in scholarships to students attending school in Southfield. And it doesn't stop there.
The second part of the academic space is working with our Levy STEM program and providing our students with opportunities to come to summer camps and weekend camps if they're interested in STEM education. Then the third part of that academic partnership will be teacher preparation and training, where they're actually training our STEM educators alongside their faculty members at LTU to really bring sort of world-class cutting-edge instruction to our students.
LTU is also developing an app that Southfield parents and residents will be able to access for all things public school related, as well as sending over mentors to help with Southfield Lego League.
Home is your turf. So Southfield, this is our home. And we want to do everything we can. It is up to students what they can gain from. But it's up to us to give them the opportunity. And that's what this is all about.
For more information about the LTU Southfield partnership, go to ltu.edu.
To catch all of the Blue Devil home games, tune into our live streams on the LTU Athletics YouTube or Facebook pages. Coming up, the football team traveled to the UP over the weekend to face Northern Michigan, and we have all the game highlights.
I love working for Striker.
I'm genuinely excited to come to work every day.
We support each other and look out for each other.
I love Striker because we are like a family.
At Striker, I own my career.
There are so many different places Striker can take me in the next 5 years.
Together, with our
customers,
we are driven
to make
healthcare better.
Great people with a strong mission and values can accomplish great things together.
You've worked hard to raise your family and build a happy life for them. Don't let unforeseen circumstances jeopardize everything you've built. Planning for Your Future is a law firm that makes it easy and affordable to protect your family with estate planning, wills, trusts, deeds, power of attorney, minor, and elder care. The experts at Planning for Your Future will meet with you, prepare your documents, and make sure you understand what each does. So contact Planning for Your Future today to set up your free phone consultation, because your future begins now.
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your team or school can sell paper pizza certificates that can be redeemed for one medium pizza at participating locations.
Hungry Howie's makes it easy. It's just a little mini pizza box, but we make lots of money, lots of dough.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
Making their 4th road trip of the season, the Blue Devils crossed the bridge into the UP to square off with the Glyax Northern Michigan. The Wildcats took control out of the gates, powered by the rushing attack of Jake Mayen, already with 5 carries for 10 or more yards. Mayen takes this one in from the LTU 20 for his 3rd score of the game. LTU now trails 30-0. Ensuing drive, facing 3rd and a mile. Kolka escapes the pocket and finds Nick Spawn breaking free for a 43-yard pickup to midfield. Same series, looking to get on the board, another 3rd down for the Blue Devils, and Kolka once again hooks up with his former roommate, Spawn, this time for 38 yards to the NMU 8. Kolka punctuated the drive with a keep over the center for his 3rd rushing score of the reboot season. The Blue Devils cut the lead down with the score now 30-7. Fast forward to the 4th quarter, LTU now down 65-7. But looking to end the afternoon on a high note, it's Kolka finding the day's top target, Spawn, for 36 more yards with an impressive diving catch. Nick Spawn finished with a season-high 142 yards, becoming the 2nd Blue Devil receiver in as many weeks to eclipse the 100-yard mark in a game. Kolka finished 20 for 42 for 232 yards and an interception. Defensively, Tommy Lappin led the way for the 4th time this season with a program-high 16 tackles. The Blue Devils return next week, looking for the season sweep of Trinity Bible on October 27th at the LTU Athletic Field.
Well, we prepared for this team. I thought we had a pretty good game plan for film. I thought our offense could go against their defense. They played off a lot, so it definitely opened up the passing game. So I just want to come out here and execute that. Me and Tyler, actually, a little fun fact, we were roommates last year, 1st semester, so that kind of helped. And then the more trust we get throughout practice, the more he trusts me to make the right read and route, and the more I trust him to get me the ball. So it worked out like that today.
Well, they're a really well-coached team. They're very physical. That's what Coach Nystrom brought here, physicality on offense and defense, and they did a great job executing, and just, did a great job blocking and tackling, and we didn't do such a good job at that. So those are things that we'll work on these next 3 weeks for our Trinity Bible, and then the 2 bye weeks, try to shore up our blocking and tackling. So we want to play the same way from the first whistle to the last, regardless if we're up by 60, down by 60, what the scoreboard says, it doesn't matter. We want to play to a Blue Devil standard, and so we can continue to push that and continue to preach that, and the guys continue to preach it to each other, and we're just going to go out and play football all the time and not worry about the scoreboard.
We've been practicing since middle of September. Us positives have been we get better every day. We brought in a bunch of young guys this year, 12 new guys after a class of 10 before them. So we've seen that improvement on a daily basis. Nothing negative's been going on. Everything's been great. We've played a few games, and we've been pretty successful in what we saw. So we're happy for the spring.
Definitely trying to win the conference this year. Last year we also missed out on the national tournament, so big goal for us is return to that. So that's what we're going to work for every day, is the conference tournament and the national tournament. We're getting better, especially with the freshmen. We're all starting to gel better. How we work on it is just hanging out outside of lacrosse, really getting to know each other. So we're doing a really good job at that, helping us improve more during this offseason.
Definitely showing up to practice every single day, getting those hours in, doing what we're supposed to be doing, working out. I feel like we have a nice chemistry already together. Our team's super funny, just fun to be around, and I'm super excited for our future.
Some challenges would be just trying to improve. We always want to be better than you were the year before. We were 8-6 last year. I think we can be much better than that this year. Missed out on our conference tournament, missed out on the national tournament. So those are 2 goals that we're looking to reach this year. Just getting everybody up to speed, getting everybody understanding the offense and the defense, and other parts of the game. Get them involved early, get them those repetitions that they need. That's always the challenge when you have a bunch of new guys, but it pays off. That's why we have a fall in college, and that's what it's for. It's a lot of teaching time.
Our women's volleyball team has had a huge weekend where they could potentially move up to 3rd in the rankings. Stay tuned to see how they do, as well as find out who made our play of the week.
It's tough to improve on an original, and Sneth Camp is Metro Detroit's original Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Lease the all-new 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for only $79 a month for 24 months, or a new Jeep Compass Limited 4x4 at just $59 a month during Ram Power Days and Jeep Adventure Days at Sneth Camp on Telegraph in Redford.
Sneth Camp, Metro Detroit's original. Sneth Camp, Sneth Camp.
Are you stuck in your job? Getting frustrated playing the waiting game for the next opportunity to advance your career? Let Blue Chip Talent help. As an award-winning talent acquisition company, our specialty is matching candidates with careers in IT and engineering. At Blue Chip Talent, we take a laser-focused approach to reaching your career goals. We have access to jobs you won't find anywhere else to help advance your career faster and easier. Plus, we take care of you. Employees receive industry-leading benefits and competitive perks. Don't waste another minute worrying, because we are ridiculously good at advancing careers.
Southfield truly is the ideal place to live, work, and play.
Well, it's a very exciting time in the city of Southfield. Great neighborhoods, great city services, and Fortune 500 companies. Southfield has something for everyone.
Recognized as Michigan's premier business address, home to world-class educational institutions, voted one of the nation's most livable metro area suburbs.
Southfield is the center of it all.
In the first match of the weekend for the women's volleyball team, the ladies were set to take on conference opponent, the Saints from Aquinas College. In the first set, LTU up by 1 and looking to get to that 25th point first. After some good saves to get it back over the net, the Saints set up for the power hit and is stopped at the net by the blocking of junior Varvara Gromakova. The Blue Devils would go up by 2, but ultimately drop the set. Aquinas with the 1-set lead and up big in the second now. Looking to get anything going was LTU, and after some good back and forth between both teams, junior Alexis Snyder sets it up for Christy Doherty, who goes cross-court and keeps it in for one of her 13 kills of the night. After running away with the second set, the Saints were finishing it off late in the third here. Senior outside hitter Kristen Danielson was just 1 kill away from reaching 1,000 total in her career. She would reach that milestone with a strategic drop shot into space on the Blue Devil side of the court. The Aquinas Saints would take the game in 3 sets with a final score of 25-17 over LTU.
Emotional sport, right? If you let them sink too hard, I gave them this evening to mull about it and watch some film, and then tomorrow we've got to come out, new game. We haven't beat Cornerstone a set this year. I don't think they beat us in 3, so that's the first memo: is get a set from them, compete with them for the first set, and then build from there.
After a tough loss against Aquinas College, our Blue Devils came back to the court on Saturday to take on third-ranked Cornerstone University. Lawrence Tech came out strong in the first set with 4 unanswered points. Cornerstone ended the streak by taking 2 from the Blue Devils. LTU was quick to fight back with team assist leader Christy Doherty setting up the ball for senior Brittany Schmidt to spike one over the net. LTU takes the set 25-21. The Blue Devils were trailing behind the Golden Eagles for most of the second set. That all changed when senior Desi Cook and junior Varvara Gromakova blocked a bullet from the 6'3" NAIA All-American Kendra Zwart to tie the set 24-24. Throughout the third set, LTU never let the Golden Eagles catch up. To end the set, newcomer Renali Kalisin's serve is sent out of bounds by CU's Bailey Cumming. The Blue Devils end the third 25-18. Program history was made at the Don Riddler Fieldhouse with the first ever LTU win against Cornerstone University. After this sweep, the Blue Devils are now 17-10 on the season. The girls are looking to make that 18 when they take Rochester College to the court on Wednesday, October 24th.
I think that during the match we were a little shaken up, but after the match we had a pretty long talk about what needed to change, and it was pretty deep, and so everybody kind of knew that they had a job to do today if we wanted to be successful again. And I think after last night we really had nothing to lose, so we just came back and everybody did their job.
My mindset today was definitely a lot more intense than yesterday. After taking 2 hard losses this week, we had to come in today with a lot of intensity. The second set, we started out pretty well, and then We gave it up in the middle. We gave up a lot of points, and we were able to pull out the 19-23 comeback, which is a huge deal against a team like this.
Since the program has started, we've never beat them. Yeah, it's really exciting, especially because it was in 3, so it just shows that we have it in us to absolutely just come out here and play our best and beat a really good team.
Coming up this week in LTU Athletics. On Tuesday the 23rd, the women's soccer team kicks off the week at Cornerstone University at 7 p.m. Wednesday the 24th, men's soccer hosts Cornerstone University under the lights at 7 p.m. Women's volleyball travels to face Rochester College at 7 p.m. And in their first game of the season, men's basketball is on the road to face Great Lakes Christian College. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Friday the 26th, women's basketball opens their season with 2 games at home. Game 1 versus Ohio Christian University is at 5 p.m. and Game 2 at U of M Dearborn at 7 p.m. Women's volleyball hits the road to face University of Northwestern Ohio at 7 p.m. and both hockey teams hit the ice at home for back-to-back games Friday and Saturday, with the NAIHA team facing Midland University at 6:30 p.m. and the ACHA team facing Northwestern University at 9 p.m. On Saturday the 27th, both men's and women's bowling teams compete in the first AHIBC tournament. Women's soccer plays at University of Northwestern Ohio at 12 p.m. Football plays in their final home game of the season versus Trinity Bible College at 12 p.m. Women's volleyball plays at Indiana Tech at 1 p.m. Women's basketball is at home to play U of M Dearborn at 2 p.m. and Point Park University at 4 p.m. Men's soccer travels to University of Northwestern Ohio. Game starts at 3 p.m. Wrapping up the week, the men's and women's bowling teams play in their second AHIBAC tournament.
All right, everybody, that wraps it up for us here in the brand new East Hall Residence Center. Join us next week at 4:30 on Fox Sports Detroit, Monday afternoon.
And as always, don't wait until next week. Follow LTU Athletics on social media, and we'll keep you updated every day.
Until next time, I'm Gabe O'Neill.
And I'm Kiara Hay. Go Blue Devils. LTU Sports Report is brought to you by Varsity Brands, elevating student experiences in sport, spirit, and achievement. The City of Southfield, the center of it all. Michigan First Credit Union. Snethkamp Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, serving Metro Detroit since 1926. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Stryker. Discover your strengths and follow your passion with us.